Hey everybody, it's Jo and welcome back to Trauma Talk. Thank you for tuning into my channel. On Easter Sunday, I posted a picture on my Facebook page, or rather Trauma Talk's Facebook page. By the way, if you'd like, hop over and like that page. There's a lot of extra content that I post on Facebook that you don't see on YouTube, so you don't want to miss out. But I posted this picture on the Facebook page and I got a lot more response than I normally get, which means that it really resonated with people. And it's funny because it's something that really resonated with me. Along with this image that I created, I also wrote a little bit of my own story and thoughts with it, but what the picture said was, someone once said to me, "I don't know how you do it," and I replied I wasn't given a choice. It was a quote that I found somewhere on the internet, and I liked it because this really connected with me at one point in my life, because I believe that that was true. I believe that I wasn't given a choice to survive, I just had to. And on the one hand, I think that's true. On another, stronger hand, I don't. And that's the part I wanted to talk about. The part that says that surviving is really a choice, even when it doesn't feel like it. And I think that owning that leads to a lot of empowerment. Here's what I mean. When I went through the worst of everything, I had a number of people who said things to me like, "I don't know how you do it," or "How are you standing up? How did you get out of bed?" Stuff like that. And I became sort of bitter when I would hear things like that, because I just kept thinking, like, you don't get it. I don't have a choice. Like, I freaking have to. There were a lot more four-letter words than that. But I was so mad because it was like I wasn't trying to be strong. I wasn't trying to anything. I was just trying to freaking make it and do the best that I could. And it's like I wasn't given a choice to be here. I did not choose any of these circumstances. I am just here. Now, I felt like it wasn't in my blood to give up. It wasn't in my blood to quit. And I saw people quit, and I saw what that looked like, and I will be completely honest with you, I was jealous. I had friends I lost to suicide during that time in my life, and I was jealous. I mean, I was mostly heartbroken and sad and confused and angry, but there was a part of me that was jealous, and I lost friends to other tragic circumstances, and I was heartbroken and a tiny little bit jealous. And I knew friends who had given up in other ways and never dealt with anything, never processed the things that happened to them, led their lives however they wanted to lead them, and I felt like I couldn't do that. I felt like I had to deal with my trauma, and I hated that because I wanted to quit. I wanted to commit suicide every day for like 3 years on end, and I wanted to give up in other ways and quit dealing with things and pretend like things never happened and turn to every unhealthy coping skill known to man. And I turned to a few, but they weren't as destructive as they could have been. And I felt like it wasn't in my blood to quit, and I hated it. And I resented myself for it in a weird way. It's like that song by Shawn Mendes, I don't know if you've heard it, it's called "In My Blood." In the song he's talking about how he needs help and he wants to give up, but it's not in his blood, and that's exactly what I felt like. And instead of being proud of myself for that or excited about that, I was angry. So now that it's years later and I've worked through more of my mental stuff, I've realized something. That quote that was on that picture on Facebook that said, "Someone said to me, 'I don't know how you do it,' and I replied I wasn't given a choice," it's actually not entirely accurate. We are given choices on how we respond to situations and circumstances. When I was thinking that giving up is not in my blood, and I was mad at myself or the universe or my genes or whatever it was for not being able to give up, that's not accurate. It was a choice. And there are so many things that play into that, like having a support system, which I was incredibly grateful to have, and having access to counseling, which I am insanely thankful for, and having access to good medical care, which is an incredible gift. But choosing to process was a choice, and choosing to stay here was a choice. And I can be proud of those things, and I can own that. I can be proud of that, and I can stand on that, and so can you. And I think there is strength in that. I think there's power in that. So if you are here, if you're watching this, first off, way to go. You're winning because you're here. You haven't given up. And if you're stuck or if you're not processing things, that's okay, because you have a choice to start whenever you feel ready, whenever you want to. And I think that's the incredible thing about life, is that it's not over if you're still breathing. You always have a fresh start. Life and horrible human beings often take choice away from us, but the choices that we do have is how we respond to situations, and we get to be proud of those choices. If you're here, if you're surviving, if you're breathing, be proud of that fact. If you struggle to get out of bed, if you struggle to breathe, if you struggle to be here, be proud of the fact that you are still here, even if it hurts like hell. So thank you for being here. Thank you for not quitting. I think that's awesome. Please keep doing that, and if you need help, reach out. I'm Jo Beckwith, and this is Trauma Talk. I am really glad that you tuned in today, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Make sure that you hit subscribe if you're on YouTube, or like on Facebook, so that I can see you in the next video. I release videos every other day, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks so much.